When dealing with disrespect, Sigma males are renowned for being proactive. They understand that respect must be earned through perseverance, tenacity, and integrity, and is not something that can simply be bestowed upon someone. Sigma males typically approach conflict head-on, as opposed to some other personality types who may avoid it. They think that by failing to correct disrespectful behavior, we risk creating a bad precedent that will breed more disrespect in the future. The topic of today's video will therefore be 10 ways Sigma males deal with disrespect. Number 1. The hatred is disregarded. The art of completely blocking out all hate and negativity is something that Sigma males have mastered. Haters are attention seekers who will do anything to gain it. However, they lose control over you when you do not respond in a way that makes them happy. Sigmas are aware that by ignoring disrespect, you can weaken the hand of those attempting to undermine you. Sigma males are the only ones who truly comprehend this fundamental truth. You take control by keeping your eyes on your objectives and ignoring the doubters. You show that you are in charge of your own life and that you won't let other people's negativity influence you. Men who are members of the Sigma fraternity understand that worrying about what other people think of them is not worth their time or effort. The fact that they remain true to who they are and what they want is ultimately what makes them successful. Number 2. Haters are changed into respecters by them. Most people react negatively and defensively when someone is disrespectful to them. The person who is being disrespectful intentionally wants to elicit this response. A Sigma male may employ a more deceptive and cunning technique to persuade disrespectful individuals to behave respectfully by remaining cool under pressure and responding to their disrespect. A disrespectful person will actually start to respect the Sigma male once they realize that their negativity is not having any effect on him. This is because of his maturity and restraint. The hater might start to soften over time as long as a Sigma male stays true to himself and his principles. In the long run, they may come to respect the Sigma fraternity men and, in some cases, even feel regret for ever having been disrespectful towards them in the first place. Number 3. The other person has actually been heard. There can be a variety of unnoticed causes for disrespectful behavior, which is sometimes the case. Perhaps the reason the person is acting out is that they feel their voice is not being heard, that they are not being taken seriously by others, or for some other reason. In some cases, the best response to someone who is acting disrespectfully is, according to Sigma males, to ask them what is really upsetting them. It can be easy to close off or give a defensive response when dealing with someone who is being disrespectful. A compromise can be reached by adopting a more cordial and open attitude, however, which can help resolve the issue. The ability to actively listen is crucial in this scenario, because it will enable both parties to express their thoughts and feelings in a respectful and productive way. A Sigma male can better understand the motivations behind a disrespectful person's actions and work to address those issues by hearing what they are concerned about. Number 4. To diffuse the disrespect, they use humor. Sigma males prefer to see the funny side of things and use their wit to diffuse situations rather than resort to aggression or submission. Sigma men are quick to respond with a witty remark, a clever joke, or a hilarious comeback when someone disrespects them. The disrespectful person is frequently caught off guard by this sudden response, which puts them in an awkward situation. They are compelled to evaluate their actions, and they might even start to admire the Sigma fraternity men for their wit and quick thinking. After all, using humor as a coping mechanism requires a certain amount of intelligence and self-assurance. Additionally, it demonstrates a level of humanity in an argumentative circumstance by displaying empathy, which other people may notice and respect. Number 5. They distance themselves from other people's viewpoints. The art of separating yourself from other people's perspectives has become particularly mastered by Sigma males. They've discovered that they can live a more genuine and liberated life when they are not constrained by other people's judgments. Sigma men can make their own decisions and live their lives according to their own terms because they are not influenced by what the general public thinks. They don't feel pressured to live up to or rely on the approval of others. This is a skill that takes time to master and requires a lot of practice. But once it is mastered, it can lead to a newfound sense of freedom and acceptance of oneself. Because they are aware that, despite what others may say, they are competent and capable of doing anything, the men in the Sigma fraternity are able to see the world independently of others' perspectives. Number 6. They will turn and leave. A Sigma male knows that sometimes backing away from a bad situation is the best course of action, even though it may seem counterintuitive to some. This calls for extreme self-control and the ability to put one's own needs ahead of those of others. A male Sigma is not simply avoiding more conflict when they leave. They are making it abundantly clear that they will not put up with disrespect. They are also conveying that they do not need to interact with disrespectful people by taking this action. It is a risky move that can be challenging to carry out, particularly when one feels as though they are giving up something they care about. To maintain their own sanity and mental health, however, Sigmas are aware that this is a crucial step. A Sigma can regain their power by leaving and can avoid being emotionally taxed by the situation. Number 7. They interpret hostility as a compliment. While showing disrespect can be painful, a male Sigma has a different take on the situation. They interpret it as a compliment and an indication that they possess a quality that the disrespectful person does not. Disrespect can be a sign of jealousy and envy for a Sigma. The success and distinctive qualities of the men in the Sigma fraternity pose a threat to the disrespectful person. Those who lack self-assurance are envious of a Sigma male's independence and self-assurance. Sigma views disrespect as an opportunity to demonstrate their fortitude and resilience rather than becoming irate or upset. Sigma demonstrates that they are above the petty actions of others by remaining cool and collected in the face of disrespect. They interpret the rude person's behavior as a compliment and use it to motivate themselves to keep working toward success. The haters will always exist, but Sigma is aware that he is moving in the right direction. Number 8. They decide which battles to fight. There will always be someone in this world who dislikes you for whatever trivial reason, no matter where you go or what you do. When to address them and when to ignore them depends on the situation. On their path to greatness, Sigma males will disregard any disrespectful individuals who are of no significance to them. The Sigma men, on the other hand, will confront someone directly if they are acting disrespectfully towards them, or if they are doing something that is a regular occurrence in their lives or routines. They understand that knowing when to pick your battles is crucial, because there are appropriate times and places to argue your case. They also understand that it is never acceptable to put up with someone you regularly interact with acting disrespectfully towards you, because it only shows that you are willing to be continually mistreated day in and day out without ever standing up for yourself. Number 9. He thinks about the reason. Before responding to something, the Sigma likes to look at all the possibilities. When dealing with rudeness, he will take into account the other person's motivations and the source of the rudeness. Does this person mean to be rude, or do they simply not care how they come across? The Sigma will typically err on the side of caution and make the best assumption because sometimes it is obvious and other times it is harder to determine. However, he might require more details before deciding how to handle the circumstance and taking the next course of action. Number 10. He engages in some serious self-examination. The Sigma will take a moment to step back, withdraw into his mind, and try to logically consider if there is a reason he is the target of this rude behavior, if he realizes that this person is indeed being rude. Did he act improperly, or did he somehow offend the person? The Sigma frequently examines himself and his surroundings introspectively, in order to maintain the situation's calm and give himself the best chance to respond. He will use this skill. These examples showed how Sigma men take criticism well and inspire fear in others. They enjoy solitude and are keen observers of others. Of these, which one most motivated you? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Take care until next time.